I put go live, and I think we'll be live soon. Sorry for this. Okay, we are live now. This is great. I usually always like to start earlier or come in the meeting point earlier. I'm not one who late. I don't like people who are late. So, like, I don't know, even if I want to be late, I cannot. Strange. Okay, first news, we have GPT 5.4. It's already, you can use it. So I use it in my ChatGPT Plus account. And actually in my account, I think in default is auto. So ChatGPT choose which model to use. But you have like for 5.4, I think, in worldwide. So let's see what David Andre said.
OpenAI just dropped GPT 5.4 and it's good across the board. So as Sam Altman says, it's available now in the API and Codex, and it's rolling out to ChatGPT, starting with the Pro users, then Plus users, and then everyone else. Now let's look at the benchmarks, because this model is more impressive than I thought. First off, OS World Verified, this is computer use. It beats Opus 4.6 by 2.3%. Not that crazy. Next we have web browsing, also better than Opus 4.6, which is in this column. GDP.
I'm glad that they are better than Claude.
Val, this is the valuable knowledge tasks, stuff that actually people do, companies pay for. 5% difference is pretty substantial on this benchmark. Now notice that the thinking version is more powerful than the pro version here. Very interesting. But when it comes to agent,
yeah, thinking version, it's very good, but I think it's very slow. But I like it. I don't mind that it's slow. But
browsing, GPT 5.4.
Yeah, you see, like they have like much better
Pro
benchmark, but
on images, and that's where Google has a massive advantage with their data. And again, the problem was just create visual bliss, and we have the motion of the Premier League, which personally I don't know if this is correct. If you watch football, you can confirm if this is correct.
I watch
the rankings, but we could presume that it's based on web search data, and the graphic is very, very nice. Like, think how long you would take this, create this manually, right? Yeah, very nice, very impressive, especially since it's grounded in real-time web search data. And not only that, OpenAI actually added it into Codex with the /fast mode. So when you're inside of Codex, you can do /fast, boom, to turn on fast mode, so you can speed up inference. Now obviously this will cost a bit more, but if you don't care,
okay, this is important. I think
the same model with 1.
This is important. This fast command, I will write it down in Codex.
5x speed. Like, for example, I'm on the $200 a month plan, right? I never hit the limits inside of Codex, even with running multiple.
I am on $20
agents in.
I already use this Codex, and I sent him something, but he's thinking still.
Parallel. So /fast is just more inference. So if you have the money, if you have the budget, make sure to turn this on. It's a no-brainer. And again, we're going to test this model inside of Codex in a second, because I want to see for myself how powerful it is at one-shotting and whether it's really better than Opus, which also we're going to test Opus on some. And this will run for text/text, wrap it in XML text. This is a pro tip. This is the gold stack. Structure more, right? Look at this. This is much more readable than just a single paragraph. So I would say ChatGPT 5.4 is winning here, but let's look at the actual information. Get out of likely conflict zones fast.
Imagine conducting every part of your research.
Hey, I put ads on, because I want to help these people. I watching their videos, so I don't mind to watch the ad.
Only
so sorry
on one platform.
For you need to watch as well.
Thorium.
But yeah, for them.
Opus actually
more money.
Followed it. So this is a point for Opus, because I don't think model doesn't really use seconds really.
He talking about different uses.
This is very practical, impacted the most,
so,
and then be more protected from AI.
Yes.
Mechanics, let's see, npm run build. Okay, run. What's the console?
The logic. Yeah, he means this. Good thing. 5.4 hit a wall. It's over. Okay. Typical catchy titles. Let's go to the second video.
Well, today I've got two new AI video platforms for us to check out, both taking different approaches to generation. And for one of them, I have early access codes for you and free credits, our favorite four-letter F word. With that, let's hop on board and...
Captain, what course should we set?
I don't like when it's color like oversaturated.
Many of us seem to be waiting on the sea.
Set
He look like Tom Hardy.
sail for Utopia!
Hoist the sails!
You first saw Seedance 2.0, so, clearly Utopia is coming at the issue head first. We're going to take a look at how it all works in practice in just a bit.
Hell are we? Where the hell are we?
Other side of the galaxy. That's not possible.
None of this is possible. What is that?
He look like this.
It's Earth.
We didn't cross the galaxy. We crossed time.
Yes, the old "it was Earth all along" trope. I mean, personally, I love it. It is a trope for a reason, and that's because it always hits. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, was that a one-shot? And yes and no. There were some tricks there. We're going to go over those in a little bit, but in the meantime, let's take a look at...
Yeah, it's look very good. It's look like very, very good. Yeah, Seedance 2.0 put the standards, so now it's...
Yeah, which is the model interface of Utopia. And yes, it is agentic based. So, the kind of thing where you chat with the model and give it your story idea. In this case, a dusty cat. Remove the bar tab from keyframe 2. We're presented with some options to choose from based off of our notes. I'm not going to spend too much time here, only because I kind of want to get to
A man in a dress? This is the sheriff?
You have crossed into my jurisdiction.
Leave now!
Overall, for a one-shot, there's stuff in there that I do really like, and there's
Wow, so good cinematography.
some pretty goofy stuff as well. But, kind of the point that I want to make, the front end of it, you see the agentic thing kind of doing the agentic thing. It's not...
Wow, so good.
Not necessarily completely horrible. Again, in fact, I actually really like this shot of Jin pouring tea here. Just right after this, it cuts to two random dudes and some other random guy walking in. So yeah, and again, the sense of pace in the edit feels like pretty off. Now, I do want to point out the model can do some nice things. Like I like this shot and then matched with this close-up of Jin. It's this, from here, it might also cut to another shot of Jin sitting in the bar again. But I will say, if you approach the whole thing with a little more intentionality and with a trick that I'm going to show you in just a minute, you can pull off something pretty decent. For example, here's a flamethrower girl short.
Utopia.
They caught you at the border again.
I was hungry. The guard had a sandwich.
You see, there is still not good sync clips.
I need you for something.
13 assembly cuts of that full video to basically oppose to agentic workflows. In fact, I've been kind of coming around. In fact,
if you're not flirting, you're friending. This is where most guys go wrong with women, because being friendly...
In fact, something that occurred to me is that we can just take a clip of the PIA output and use it as a reference for Seedance's Omni model and get a pretty good action sequence out of it.
Just waiting for my train.
Train's canceled.
Platform in a segment that of edited stuff in here. So
It's giving me a headache.
when you first log in, you have options to create a set, an image, or a video. You choose any one of these. This is kind of essentially where your canvas begins. You can then use any of the options at the bottom or right click and add, let's do an image in this case. And currently the image generators available are of course Nano Banana Pro, Flux 2 Max, and the newly released Nano Banana 2 as well. So now there are kind of differences over ranging from VO 3.1, a number of
you can choose different models. This is Martini, it's called Martini. So we have Utopia and Martini.
Models,
if I'm not mistaken.
Max, of course.
Now, and that. But most days I am. What's the case?
It's
It's a murder. But the
I like that she cannot walk go straight. Like you know, it's not easy to walk in high heels.
thing is, it hasn't happened
But
yet.
I never seen in a film.
I see. Well, tell me this. Who's gonna get iced?
Well, that's just it. You're the one getting, as you say, iced.
Like, as we've run within the channel a few times, work in
Whoa,
progress, not
crazy.
walking through your set. Now, there is some, like, as we've run within the channel a few times now, there's like some Gaussian splatting. It's acknowledge this, stating it's a work in progress, not a perfect
So
feature or a
crazy.
silver bullet. I do very much appreciate that. But they are actively working on two options here. You can either export the entire thing as an MP4, as a string out, or you can export it as an XML file, which, well, I mean, if you don't know what an XML file is, don't stress about it. Don't worry about it, but it's a way to import clips into your nonlinear editor. So overall, it will stay place.
Wow, it's amazing, this Martini. I should check it. So you have two new systems for video and for photo as well. So first is Utopia, second is Martini. Early access and Utopia Studios. Nice.
GPT 5.4 is here. OpenAI literally just dropped this today, and we're going to be testing it out live so you don't have to figure it out yourself. This isn't a small update. We're talking about a brand new model that outperforms the average office worker 83% of the time. You can now control your... Let's have a look here to knowledge graph, right? So it's basically putting in information.
Yeah, he talking about
New Gemini Canvas update is insane. Google just dropped something that changes everything. I'm talking about the new Gemini Canvas update. This thing turns Google search into a full workspace, no extra apps, no signups. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works right now. So Google just rolled out this update called Canvas in AI mode. And honestly, when I first saw it, I thought, okay, cool, another AI thing. But then I actually...
he always think first, oh, it's another AI thing, but actually, oh, it's not.
Used it and it blew my mind, because this is not just a chatbot anymore. This is a workspace inside Google search. You can build stuff. Then
I heard about Canvas before.
See a little plus button in the chat. You tap that, you pick Canvas, and then you just tell it what you want. That's it. That's simple. Like you could say, build me a project tracker, or write me a blog post, or create a stuff. If we haven't met already,
this is maybe similar like Notebook LM.
I'm the digital avatar of Julian. It doesn't just write. You can ask it to make a habit tracker, a scholarship tracker, and it pulls in real time.
Like something mixed between anti-gravity and
information from the web to make it accurate. It uses Google's knowledge graph, so the data is fresh, the data is real, and the coding. Create me a weekly study planner with all my subjects, deadlines, and a progress tracker. And Canvas will build that for you with sections, with structure, ready to use. Or say you run a business, you could, or add more examples in section 3, and it updates it just like that. Now, this is the thing that makes Canvas different from other AI tools. It is built into Google search, so it has access to everything Google knows, every website, every piece of data, every fact.
Yeah, it's look like a Google search, you know, interfaces look like Google search. So yeah, I think I understand what is a Canvas.
It pulls from real search results. So when it builds you something, it is not just making stuff up. It is using real information from the web.
Real
and
information.
Here's the kicker. You don't need...
This is not means it's true information.
Subscription. You don't need to sign up, deadlines and code to track progress. Be specific with your prompts. Don't just say... soon.
Yeah, it's interesting. This Canvas is interesting, and I think it's good if you doing research a bit or you want to fast make some document and to share with people. So it can be useful. This Google, what is the English word? Ecosystem. You know, Google's whole system. They have so many interesting tools. So I think they want to make like tool for everything, like but very good one.
Show you how
and maybe Julian see my post before 2 days. I also have similar YouTube video and I also talk about OpenClaw alternatives, and I have 40. So yeah, he maybe he saw my video, maybe not. But actually, I use a lot of his videos for my research. So, to be fair,
to get access to them, how to set them up,
and
the awesome clause
he did not
list
deserve it, but
just
he's
dropped. Now,
the
this
man
is
to do
a
this
GitHub
video.
repository that rounds up how to set them up and how to get them up right. Now, the cool thing about using one of these, so for example, like MiniClaw, is like you can run, for example, a more lightweight version that you can basically diff PicoClaw, ZeroClaw, and
This is a good list, but I believe you cannot find it here. You need to go to the famous Profit AI boardroom. Yeah, it's similar like wine cellar boardroom.
Nanobot, TinyClaw, etc. Right, and these are all basically different versions.
I didn't have this MimiClaw. I don't have this Maltese. Don't have this ZeptoClaw
of OpenClaw that you can test out. And it's like you've now got a repository where you can compare all of these options. You could try installing.
Who knows, in 1 year, by the end of the year, we will see which one will of these all similar tools like OpenClaw, who will survive. Not survive, everybody maybe will survive, but who will be like, who will use the people using the most, you know, or something like that, or similar, like really high usage.
Couple if you want, or you could just watch my videos on each one of them, and then you can easily figure out AI agent, implementing and creating different versions of OpenClaw.
You should watch it. But I will leave. I will actually close this one. I need to. Yeah, I will leave this. This will close.
Brand new way to run your OpenClaw, and it requires zero setup. Most people running OpenClaw have it installed on a computer, file services, commands. It takes work. OpenBrowserClaw throws that all out the window. We're going to be testing out today. It runs entirely inside a browser tab, so you don't really need any proper installation, no server, no technical experience. You just open a tab and your agent is ready to go. So I'm going to show you exactly how OpenBrowserClaw compares.
OpenBrowserClaw, like, who created this name, OpenBrowserClaw?
To the full OpenClaw setup, what it can do, we're going to test it live. Let's see that. Open up a new window here, API key, and you can also change the assistant name over here. All right, so just delete that in a second. Just plug it in over here. Storage over here if you want.
Yeah, we need like easy. You put the API, you change memory of you know, your agent, like everything you need to do soft.
Then anything else
straightforward.
Be technical enough to, then you can about the growth of OpenClaw.
I like this interface, you know, have a task here, settings, files. I like it.
See if you can do that. The other thing as well is like automatically connected to these tools and skills. You don't really have to set anything up. Whereas I would say the OpenClaw setup, you know, when you're connecting tools and things like that, it is a lot of work. You know, let's see how it performs on that. So it's created this, but it's created a chart as well. Look at that. So it created this really nice chart on OpenClaw GitHub growth. It's taken all the facts, so the total stars.
You see the line of OpenClaw, like
nothing else.
There is no.
That's already live in, and then we can open that up in a new tab. So if we share this tab, you can see that probably, which I'm going to have to disable right now. BrowserClaw is a brand new simplified version of an AI agent. It runs entirely inside your web browser. There's no server setup. There's no complicated installation. There's no technical knowledge. You just open a link, paste in your API key, and then you're good to go.
So it's OpenClaw in the browser. OpenBrowserClaw. Yeah, have sense.
If you're wondering, okay, what's an API key? It just connects Claude, connects to Telegram.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing, mate. Thanks for sharing, mate. And Matthew is like really surprised, really like.
may actually have a new best model on the planet. I've been using it for the past week. I got early access, and yes, it is an incredible model. And what OpenAI did to get to 5.4 feels very similar to what Anthropic did to get to Opus 4.6, and they're all heading in the same direction. These are models built for real-world knowledge work. These are models built for agentic tasks. And I'm going to tell you everything about it. I got a couple demos I want to show off to you. And really good at code. It's incredibly good at agent. Frontier.
He has maybe this table, you know, like
flagship everything model. It is good at coding. It has a personality. It's good at creative writing. It's good at tool calling. It's good at agentic use cases. You can plug it in as your main model in OpenClaw. GPT 5.4 has everything.
I can plug it my main model in OpenClaw. But I will lose so much money.
And not only that, they made it faster. They made it more token efficient. Models didn't, so it is actually C. Well, incorporates the industry leading coding capability corner, because go over to C. Walking around are obviously just little circles, so very simplistic.
Like strategy games, video games. So cute.
But all of the logic, your funds, your guests, your happiness, cleanliness, park, this is possibly one of the best demos I've ever. And similarly, the output price.
Okay, input price is okay price. It's very good. Ah, this is cached. It's expensive.
It's only slightly more on the output.
It's expensive for API.
4.5 of his use cases, more than sufficient.
Nice, thank you.
If Claude Code plus Notebook LM is amazing, and Claude Code plus Obsidian is free value, and Claude Code plus the brand new skill creator is legit.
I don't know if you use this Obsidian. I never use it. I think it's mostly like for Apple, like Notepad, or you know, to write your thoughts or ideas. I never use it. And you can also like connect it to all of, you know, desktop, laptop, mobile phone.
Legitimately game changing. Then what's going to happen when we combine
power of 3,
all these tools together in a practical yet simple to set up workflow that you can start using today in under 30 minutes? Well, that is exactly what we are going to find out in today's video. Is I show you step by step how to create one of the most powerful workflows inside of Claude Code. This workflow turns Claude Code into an absolute research monster. And this video is also pretty much a capstone of everything we've talked about in the last few videos, because we've covered things when it comes to Claude Code and Notebook LM and Claude Code and Obsidian. Notebook LM via into what's going on in my text files. I can click through the files. I can see how they work together, and I get cool.
Banana, it changed the way we generate and edit our images. And the same happened when Nano Banana Pro released just a few months ago. However, just a few days ago,
this remind me of the mobile phones, like first Nano Banana Pro, Nano Banana second. You know, if there is this number, it look like every time you publish new mobile phone.
Nano Banana 2 hit the market, and that you need to know about Nano Banana 2 is that I like how it really captured the physics kind of mid-shake there, and the composition's just coming across as more realistic and a little less staged. However, the problem is when you're generating inside of Google Gemini, you can only create one image at a time. And so from a Nano Banana long prompts inside of this video, because frankly,
ramen,
that would be a little boring. If you're curious to see the prompts for yourself, you can click the link below this video to go see the article where we have a side-by-side example. It's not doing at this image here, and I don't know what the inside of a Google Pixel 8 links at the top, and then some of the problems with, you have him.
I tried everything, coffee, Pomodoro, and binaural beats, but nothing stuck.
Him as a knight on a mountain. Looks pretty good. We have him on an alien landscape, which looks okay. It's a little plasticky, but not bad. And then finally, we have him at a concert, and that dude, yeah, he's just having a great time there. And I should note that I'm pretty sure most of these people are facing, I wouldn't say is necessarily worse.
Yeah, for animation you can use it. It's nice. Nano Banana 2 is nice. Bye-bye.
OpenAI have just released the Codex app on Windows, finally, so you can...
Yeah, I use it. You know, this is up on Windows. So you have new thread automation skills. And this is project. You can start many projects. I asked something, and I think before half an hour and still, but you can choose this codex. You can like which one model you use and medium. And also I ask how I have plus plan. I have so $20 per month. So we can use who have also this plan 30 to 150 messages in every 5 hours, which is excellent, I think.
You can get the full Codex app experience on Windows now. What this means essentially is you get this coding agent that you can download. It's actually available for free on Windows as well as Mac. So if you haven't come across this before, basically Codex is a really powerful AI coding agent, and it's kind of like an IDE where you can paste in the projects you want to create and then switch between API. And it's kind of like an IDE where you can paste in the projects. This is a really powerful AI coding agent, and it's kind of like I'll show you exactly how this works. So if you want to get access to Codex on Windows, you can go right here and then download it. It's available on Mac already, but it's been available for
macaroni.
And then from here, you want to go to Codex, like you can see. And inside here, basically, just to give you a quick overview, you've got these different projects that you can run on the left-hand side, and then you can set up separate folders for the projects you want to create. Now, you could use this, for example, to create games, tools, apps, websites, landing pages. Let me show you an example of what we previously. So if we say, like, open this up on this particular project that we coded out, and for this, we actually said, like, you know, build out a calculator as your Chrome browser here. So you can quickly preview stuff. And
ROI, return of investment. Come on, man. Don't talk about money. Don't talk about money, please.
Installed, which I'll come on to in a minute, to build this out. And now it's actually working on creating that, all right? And now it's actually created there. Now, if you wanted to make that look better, just something to be created over here. Here's an example as well. We created like an invoice code, and if you're directly inside Codex, you can connect Netlify and then build it out. And that's the new blog post on our website. Well,
what is this AI profit boardroom? Where is AI profit boardroom?
For something
AI profit boardroom. AI profit boardroom.
We just got a brand new ChatGPT model called GPT 5.4 Thinking, and there's another new model called GPT 5.4 Pro. Both of those came out today, and just a couple of days before that, they also released GPT 5.3 Instant. So this is the model that answers you instantly. This new one is the model that answers you after it does some thinking, and the Pro model.
What he said, I tested the new ChatGPT model.
5.4 Think release, it looks like. That's what I asked for in my...
I believe it's good. Okay, next one.
Your AI results? Let Borium sift through 170 million papers and find verified answers in seconds. Get results you can trust with cent% traceable.
I'm stuck in advertising.
GPT 5.4 is here. OpenAI literally just dropped this today, and we're going to be testing it out live so you don't have to figure it out yourself. This isn't a small update. We're talking about a brand new model that outperforms the average office worker 83% of the time. You can now control your...
In this video, I'm setting up Obsidian as my single source of truth for my whole life.
Obsidian again. I don't know what's happened with this Obsidian.
I'm going to use it as an AI second brain. I'm also using it as a memory layer for my AI agents and workflows moving forward. We're going to talk about why you need AI memory, why Obsidian is the best option, and I'm going to show you how to set it up with Gemini so you don't have to build it all yourself. Let's get. But first of all, I'm going to do this entirely live. I've only gone as far as to install Obsidian. You and I were going to be able to walk through this at the same time.
I make a bad coffee today. You have for Windows Obsidian.
Together. I guess I'll start off with what is Obsidian and why is it the best option. Obsidian is essentially a note-taking app, but it's got a couple advantages to things like Notion,
not taking up, okay?
Or Evernote or whatever. Firstly, the data is yours. It's all local files, so you don't have to get locked behind subscriptions or calling
I like it.
out to the cloud for the information that you want to get access to. Secondly, they're all plain text markdown files, which is fantastic if you're working with AI. All the skills and plugins that you hear about with Claude Code and Anti-Gravity, those are all markdown files.
I like Notion as well. So he said like Obsidian versus Notion. Okay, let's see. Why it's better than Notion?
So this natively speaks the same language as your LLMs, so it makes a lot of sense to have your notes and things be in that format. The other thing that I think is really cool and unique to Obsidian is the graph. You can visualize relationships between different notes that you take or make connections that AI can see later, so you're not pulling from a mass of text to get one little bit of information. It can find related notes and connect the dots for you natively in the platform, which is awesome. Just for some housekeeping, you might be asking, why do we need to go through any of this in the first place? Which is a really good question, and it's probably because you're used to the consumer, like front-facing models for these
nice
LLMs.
t-shirt.
Take ChatGPT, for example. When you talk to ChatGPT, it takes
Subreds of paper.
insights from each of these conversations to put it into a context file, like a user profile that it can pull from and know a little bit about you. That doesn't happen out of the box. AI and these agents only have session memory. So anytime you use Claude Code or Anti-Gravity or any of these coding agents, it's like starting fresh. So we don't want that. And we also don't want it to get your entire life story when you have one question about what you did last week or something like that. We want to make sure AI has that user profile so it has access to that context and it gives you proper answers for your circumstance. We want to also make sure it has the tools to pinpoint just what it needs. There are a lot of ways to do that, and I've experimented with many of them. Most recently, and I guess most notably, is my Notion database. Before I was an AI guy, I was a Notion guy, so I hooked my AI with my Notion database, and it was really handy having access to a lot of that different context. But as the AI capabilities that I was integrating grew, so did the trouble I had with Notion. Because I've been using Notion for such a long time, it was AI to pinpoint just what it needed, like I was saying. And also with the Notion MCP, sometimes we get some wires crossed where I would search for a log or something, and it wasn't limited to the database that I was, or sorry, the workspace that I was looking at. It would find something somewhere else across my entire Notion account. So wires were getting crossed. Honestly, Notion wasn't a bad answer. It did the job pretty well. It's just that moving forward, I see Obsidian as a stronger choice for a couple reasons. It makes more sense to have control over my files locally, makes more sense to keep them in Markdown, and it makes more sense not to have to call an MCP in order to actually access my own data. So we're going to Obsidian. So we're going to go to obsidian.md and download for Windows or whatever platform, right? EMAI. Location, CLI, that kind of thing. Actually see the dates, make changes, and do all that. We can also add, and it'll just be on here. I'm gonna go enter Gemini AI folder for my agent skills. We have daily notes and stuff.
Wow, it looks scary. This Obsidian looks scary, man.
No, we don't. Perfect. So I'm gonna see if it can create a template for our. Cool. So it's generated a daily notes template. I can always mess with this later, but now when I say create daily note, and it makes it happen.
Is this Obsidian?
And in reality. So the next later, pull from these and use
interface
right here, ready to go.
This video series is really about how to get OpenClaw to really work for you and what really works well with where OpenClaw really shines. And I'll tell you the problem. There should be better navigation. So many videos on box mining AI and organizing into a traditional Claw video discretion. That's where I feel like the process. It's pretty amazing to see it. If you're talking with friends, you know.
Okay, people, this is it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow. If I'm feel like stream tomorrow on live stream. There is no comments, but yeah, okay, I don't mind. I will use this time to check this news anyway. So have a nice day.